How you doing, folks? How you doing? Isn't it a beautiful day? Isn't it a beautiful day? The sun is shining. The wind is blowing at a smooth rate, and the temperature is up. It smells like lavender. Shit's going down on Twitter, isn't it? Welcome, folks. Hello, everyone. My name is Asmogan, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing wonderful today, and I have a very hilarious thing to report on in today's video. Now, normally, I try and stay as 40k focused as possible, and in this case, we're really not talking about anything 40k specific. It's very tangentially related at best. But no, we're going to be talking about an individual who, in relation to 40k, recently did a debate with Arch Warhammer about what was supposed to be gatekeeping and all that topic, but ended up being a debate about pretty much everything but gatekeeping, if you've seen it. Yes, we're talking about Radhom today. And the fact that he thinks black people like Goku because he's a monkey.
Monkeys! Monkey, monkeys, monkeys, monkey!
Strap yourselves in, folks. It's going to be a good day. Now, before we get into it too far, I do want to real quick shout out the podcast that I am currently working on alongside two other great creators on YouTube, NathanX2000 and Nico40k. The three of us have been running a new podcast called the Vox Work Podcast. Look it up on YouTube. You can also check it out on the channel page. It's free to view on YouTube for all those who want to see it. Each episode can range from almost an hour and 10 minutes all the way up to 3 hours, 2 hours. Like, we are going at it, and in each episode we're talking 40k, we're talking about things we like, things we don't like, and each one has various topics, if not one very big, bulky topic to talk about. It's a lot of banter, a lot of fun, a lot of cool conversations. So if you guys want to check out some fun interactions, check out the Vox Work Podcast. So anyway, with that said and that aside, let's talk about today's news. Radhom, you beautiful bastard, you. Thank you for giving me a video to do today. So yeah. Just real quick shout out to Lord Metalman over on the Legion of Unpopular Opinions, also Twitter and other social media, for making me aware about this. He DM'd me over on Discord, and man, can that guy send a lot of DMs all at once. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20, like, notifs. Like, my phone was like, I'm like, someone calling me? No, this motherfucker's texting me and DMs on Discord. And God, do I appreciate it, because this was so entertaining. Thank you, Lord Metalman. Much appreciated. And yes, he is a really cool guy. He's like the arbiter of like fan-focused 40k-ness on I almost said YouTube, on Twitter. So if you're ever looking for a cool community to hang out with, he pretty much kind of runs the very hobby-centric, hobby-focused community over there. And he calls out a lot of this dumb shit that happens not only around the 40k community, but general nerddom. Really cool guy. Really should make a YouTube channel, to be honest. He'd probably like blow past me in a day. But love you, Lord Metalman. Thank you for letting me know about this. So let's talk about it. So recently there was a post from Stone Toss Comics. Some of you might be familiar with Stone Toss, some of you may not. Generally speaking, Stone Toss Comics makes a lot of short comics in this art style that you've seen here. No doubt all of you have seen at least a meme that takes, you know, bits and pieces from Stone Toss's comics, and like maybe does a little fan edits or does little slight alterations just to make different memes and stuff. Stone Toss has been around for a while, and there's a shit ton of comics that he/she has done in the past, and it's very entertaining, and quite a few of them have been, I won't say politically charged, but they do make fun of all sorts of things, including sometimes politics. And yeah, they're very, very entertaining, generally speaking. But they decided to release this comic and say, RIP Toriyama, rest in peace Toriyama, because unfortunately, recently, Akira Toriyama passed, and it was a very sad day. It was. And listen, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to moralize or do this kind of huge homage thing, because especially when you do it as a YouTuber, I think sometimes people get a little gross with it, you know, like they make this big, long, drawn-out video with lots of tears and stuff, and they, you know, talk about how much they love this creator and how he passed away, and they do this huge tribute thing, and sometimes it's like meaningful and feels genuine, but I think too many times I think creators make stuff around the death of a celebrity or the death of a well-known person and then almost make it about themselves and stuff. So I'll kind of just say this much. I was a huge fan of Dragon Ball and still am to this day. I love Dragon Ball. I love the stuff that Akira Toriyama has made. I would say it's no stretch to say that I would be a very different person had I grown up not watching Dragon Ball and similar shows like it, which gave me a huge sense of working to achieve things as opposed to expecting them to be handed to you. It may feel kind of weird to people to hear that. It's like, what, a show taught you this lesson? No, my dad taught me this lesson. But shows like that helped reinforce it in a very fun, kid-friendly way to absorb. So it's no exaggeration to say that someone like Akira Toriyama did influence my life. And I do feel incredibly saddened by his passing. And I will leave it at that. No need to get, I didn't know the man personally, so I don't think I have much of a right to get emotional about it or make a huge video about it. It's not my place. That's for his family and his direct loved ones to do as they see fit in terms of how they choose to mourn. That is as far as I'll go with it. And I agree with Stone Toss Comics. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Thank you so much for all you did for my childhood and so many other people's. Thank you. Now let's talk about dumbasses on the internet, shall we? The Stone Toss Comics released this comic. She's just like me, a little girl looking at the new Little Mermaid. I thought that movie sucked. Just throwing that out there. I know a lot of you will be shocked to hear that's my opinion about it. But this, and then it shows like a ton of young men watching, Goku charge up a Kamehameha or Kamehameha, whichever way you want to say it, in Super Saiyan mode, and we're like, yeah, which is very relatable, by the way. But this was the comic, and it's a very cute little homage to young men, as I just said in my own little talk about Akira Toriyama, young men being drawn in and kind of finding not representation, but finding like a relatability and an appreciation through the character of Goku. Like that's kind of what this whole comic says to me. It's like, okay, this is what little girls tend to like lean towards with like this girl who's kind of like a fish out of water story and all that. But that's girls. But for us men and us boys when we were kids, what gravitated us? What did we see ourselves in or wanted to see ourselves become? That was Goku, right? So that's all this comic says to me. And now, to most of you, that's all you see as well, no doubt. Well, what did Radhom think about this comic? In response to somebody else talking and sharing it, I believe, this was a quote to theirs, Radhom said, black boys specifically. Oh, and Saiyans have that whole monkey thing with the tail and transform into giant apes when they look at the full moon. According to Nazis and their ilk, black people are subhuman monkeys. Stone Toss laced with bigotry and dog whistles. So everybody else, when you see this comic, you think Toriyama and the Stone Toss showcasing, hey, was my hero as a kid. Is what I take from this. Radhom's takeaway? Nazi dog whistle. An implication that black people are monkeys. Now, don't get me wrong. I know, Radhom, that you're a juggler. But I think you dropped the balls on this one. Massively. Like, Jesus. First of all, let me correct some lore here. The fact that Radhom pulled that out of the hat was crazy to me. Now, the thing is, if this would have been a picture of, Goku turning into an Ozaru, turning into that big fucking ape form, he'd still be fucking wrong, and he'd still be incredibly racist to be the one to pull that out of the fucking hat. But at least there'd be something at all in this artwork that implies this. Goku in this artwork is in his gi, his turtle hermit gi, charging up a Kamehameha wave in Super Saiyan form. For those who don't know the show or don't know the storyline here, the whole monkey transformation thing, doesn't happen to Saiyans without their tails. This is Goku in a moment where he does not have his tail. In fact, he completely had it removed after his kid arc, after the original Dragon Ball series. He could never turn into an Ozaru again. He could never turn into a giant gorilla again. Now, he does later in the series with GT and stuff like that, but we don't talk about that. We're focused on what the artwork is showing. The artwork is showing Goku in his least monkeyish form ever. Super Saiyan. And his Turtle Hermit Gi fighting probably Frieza. Or someone around that time. Might be even fighting Cell. So, even in universe, that logic doesn't track. Okay? It doesn't track at all. Because this is Goku as a normal being. Well, normal. He's a Super Saiyan. Charging a Kamehameha wave about to fight either Frieza, Cell, whoever the fuck. That's what this artwork is depicting. It's not depicting him in Ozaru form. It's not depicting Vegeta turning into an Ozaru. It's not depicting any of that shit. There's nothing here depicting the monkeyness. Ironically, and this is what I think Sotos is referencing the moment where Goku was fighting Frieza. And when Goku fought Frieza, the ironic part is Frieza was like Radhom is here.
You dirty monkey.
That was the only... Frieza was throwing out that as an insult and degrading Goku as a monkey. So if anything, these young men being like, yeah, Goku, yeah, beat Frieza. He's beating up an actual, racist dickhead. How do you look at this artwork and that's what you draw out of the hat? It's so, scary how Radhom's brain sees this and with everything else you could interpret from this artwork, his thought process is, oh, there's black people in the artwork, therefore monkey. Now, as far as I've seen, Stone Toss didn't reference monkeys anywhere. Didn't reference gorillas anywhere. But Radhom, he saw those black people and he thought monkeys.
Monkeys, monkey, monkey. Monkeys, monkey, monkey.
Radhom, you might want to just shut the fuck up, man. Actually, no, keep talking. Please, please, give me more video fodder. Please, I would appreciate it. Oh my god. So anyway, after saying something so horrendously, out of left field and fucking, Twitter-brained, rightfully so, people went at his ass and went, dude, if you see this and you, of all things that you could pull out of it, you think black people equal monkey, you're the racist one. And people were going at him hard for it. So what does Radhom do? Does he go, yeah, okay, maybe I was a bit out of pocket. Maybe I just had a schizo moment. My bad, guys. I admit I was just looking at I was looking at this in the literal worst way you possibly could. My bad. I didn't mean anything by it. My fuck up. Apologies to Stone Toss. I understand you're just making a tribute now. Had a schizo moment. Would that have gotten him off the hook? No, but that would have added most people be like, okay, he's just a moron, and move on. You know, he would have admitted his mistake, and people would have let him go after memeing on him a little bit. But no, Radhom does what pretty much all lefties in particular seem to do on the interwebs. He says, just deleted a post about Stone Toss and dog whistles because I didn't want to deal with the shit cunts swarming it. Doesn't admit mistake, doubles down, and says everybody who disagrees with him is some level of insult. At least he didn't say they were all Nazis. He just said they were shit cunts. So, you know, if you're someone who looks at Goku and you think, oh, I don't know, fatherly values, granted, if you didn't really think that, I can't blame you. Or you think, you know, man who overcomes challenges and earns his strength and like saves people. You think of heroicism, or you think of optimism. You think of somebody who stands up and is willing to self-sacrifice themselves for their loved ones. If you think of like anything like that, well, clearly you're wrong. Radhom says monkey. Oh, God, like, what is it? Like, the last few months have been just utter gold. Like, It's just like all of these like hardcore lefties and wokeoids online just woke up and went, I'm gonna showcase to everyone that I'm a fucking retard today. Like Vosh did it a little while ago, but showcasing that he's a lolicon and he loves lollies and he wants to be a horse that fucks lollies. You know, Vosh did that a little while ago, and now Radhom, who is a Vosh clone, if you ever doubt that, look at any of his video footage ever. This guy is a clear Vosh clone, and he's not even hiding it. Like, goddamn. But, like Vosh exposed himself for the disgusting creep that he was, that we all already knew, but, you know, I guess it took a lot of normies a little bit of a direct wake-up call of him showing his own goddamn porn file. But Radhom is also doing it today, showing he's a racist dickhead like most of the wokeoids. Like, they see like an artwork of orcs, and they're like, a disgusting racist depiction of black people. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in the back like, I don't think orcs and black people have anything in common in any setting. Yeah. If you look at big brutish orc and you're like, well, that's a black person. That says more about you than it says about the people who like orcs. Just saying, mister. Oh, I love it when they just expose themselves, you know? They just open up the window and be like, I'm everything I claim to hate. You fucking morons. Oh my god. So yeah, Radhom did what they all do, doubled down, and, you know, lost his shit and deleted the post like a coward. And yeah, so immediately the community people were going at him pretty hard. And the thing is, the guy didn't just say this shit and move on, right? Like again, most people would. Like even amongst the wokeoids who get caught being everything that they claim to hate. By God, he clearly wasn't satisfied with that. He had to up the ante. So he responded to pretty much every single individual person that was calling his dumbass out as being a racist dickhead and being a psychopath that sees Nazis in every fucking little nook and cranny. And he just basically copy and pasted this shit and responded to everybody who disagreed with him, pointing out Nazi dog whistles from a Nazi creator isn't racist. Really, if I go to Stone Toss Comics account right now, I'm going to see swastikas and him advocating for the Third Reich. I'm not seeing any of the swastikas. Where be them swastikas? Still no advocacy for the Nazis. So anyway, yep, his general response to pretty much every single individual person that disagreed with him is saying, pointing out Nazi dog whistles from a Nazi creator isn't racism. Blocked. Please tell me he has me blocked. Actually, like, please, I need to have this source of pride. Well, no, he doesn't have me blocked. Damn it. Hey, Radhom, do me a favor, block me. Block me, motherfucker. Do it. I'd appreciate it. Point is, the community decided to raid his ass and start memeing on him. Like, this one from Heap Big Vomit. Toriyama dies. I need a way to make this all about me. I say black people like Goku because he's a monkey. Oh, God. Also from Corcaridon Astronovus. Referenced on the channel before. Guy's awesome. If you see him on Twitter, you know you found a good account. But he also did it, but he just, like, altered the image with Radhom's fucked up face. Toriyama dies. I need a way to make this all about me. I say black people like Goku because he's a monkey. Oh, God, you beautiful bastard. And Purifier Azrael, again, another friend of the channel. Awesome dude. Love him to death. He also did a god tier little meme here. 8 silly monkeys. Radhom, no glasses. Radhom with glasses. Black people. This is the perpetual vision of a woke psychopath that is so indoctrinated into that psychosis that, unironically, I think this is what they see whenever they see like any art. Like they see a child draw like the little the big circle, the 2 eyes, the big loopy ears and the big smile of like a Curious George style fucking monkey artwork. He's like, that child's a racist and a Nazi. That's Radom. That's all these psychopaths. Like these guys are fucking nuts. So the community clowns on his ass and just absolutely goes deep for the anal cavity of the fisting on this crazy motherfucker. And Carcharodon Astronovus got this. So people responding to Radhom's post that he didn't just outright block, this is what it looked like. This isn't about him. This is about you and your inability to take responsibility for your actions. In reference to him calling Stone Toss a Nazi and saying that Stone Toss was the one implicating black people and monkeys. Even though, again, if you see this artwork, if you see anything that relates to monkeys whatsoever, I think you need to touch grass and maybe hang out in a normal world with normal fucking people. Yeah, psycho. But, yeah, this is some direct images of the stupid idiot. I know that's kind of a idiosyncrasy, but whatever. This isn't about him. This is about your inability to take responsibility for your actions. Radhom, responsibility for pointing out that Nazis think black people are violent? But that's the thing. What you're pointing out isn't in the thing that you're claiming it's in. No sane person looks at this and has the takeaway that you did that black people are monkeys. Like, nothing in this artwork whatsoever connects those two completely disconnected dots. You're the only psychopath, except for a handful of other psychopaths on Twitter that believe the same shit you do, would see that in this image. And that's because y'all are online so perpetually, you've lost connection with this thing we call reality. Return to it. For the love of God, get the fuck off Twitter. But another person said, no wonder you're a racist piece of shit. You studied the Nazis. And Radhom goes, no, I use the term Nazi and fascist very specifically. No, you don't. You throw it out just as flagrantly as the entirety of the political party that you hump on a daily basis. You don't use it any more specifically than any of them do. At the end of the day, you consider a Nazi anybody that doesn't specifically believe the exact party lines that you do. If anyone believes anything right of center, they are an alt-right neo-Nazi fascist. That is how little those terminologies mean anymore. Nazi means nothing. Fascist means nothing. They're hollow terminology that are just that. They're hollow. There's nothing to them. There's no substance. They've just been thrown around that often by not only you, but everyone you associate with. Every piece of shit on the internet that just stands fucking transgender bullshit all fucking day. That loses their mind at the slightest, like, right-leaning meme. That's how fucking psycho you guys are. And that's how much you've watered down terms that used to have any level of punch. Now, they have less punch than being called a jerk. That has more punch than being called a Nazi. Someone calls me a Nazi, I'm like, pfft. Someone calls me a jerk, I'm like, how am I a jerk? You know, I actually question it. Not really. I understand why I'm a jerk. Yeah, there's also... I won't go through all of these because we'll be here all day. But it was an interesting tweet. It's fairly common knowledge that Goku was/is popular among black kids. Because he's cool, a decent role model, and as with all shonen anime, it has a... I think he said to say he has positive messages rooted in. Or maybe it has positive messages rooted in as in reference to Dragon Ball. Which I'd agree. That is... not, and the thing is, like, I was a fan of Goku. I think Vegeta's cooler. That's me. But I like Goku, especially from the original Dragon Ball show. I'm not black, if you couldn't tell. The ginger fucking beard, you know, the dirty blonde hair, the light complexion. I ain't black, but I fucking love Goku. What? Am I a monkey now? Huh? Radhom, where does this end and begin? You fucking racist prick. And he goes, I was pointing out that Nazis believe black people are subhuman monkeys. Really? Because the only one who brought up monkeys in a monkey-less artwork was you. I'll say that again. Oh my god. He was saying they like the character. You called them monkeys. Exactly, Quimble. Right on the fucking dot. And then this guy's named Joey says, it's because you're a racist. Just admit it. You think black people like me only like Goku because of violence. You're a trash human being. Normally, out of the context of someone like Radhom, I would be like, maybe this guy's like overreacting to something. No, he's dead on. Like, I cannot blame this individual for reacting this way. You're dead on, Mr. Joey. Thank you for commenting on the situation, and we appreciate it. Radom says, no, I'm saying that's part of what a well-known neo-Nazi may have been communicating with a comic. Except only psychopaths like you would see that in an artwork like this. This is an innocent as hell artwork. There is nothing here whatsoever that references monkeys. Unless you're a fucking psychopath. Like you. That not a very good Nazi dog whistle when even Nazis would look at this and be like, So where's the denigration of the Jews or the blacks? I don't fucking know, right? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. This guy, like so terminally online brained. Like this mental disease is disturbing. So this individual says, I don't know, man. Nobody in my entire life has said anything as racist as this. I don't know what kind of cartoons Nazis are in that head of yours, but holy shit, this is racist. And he says, yeah, black boys specifically. Who you calling boy? Oh, and Saiyans have that whole monkey thing with the tail and transform into giant apes when they look at the full moon. Except, you know, in the artwork, Goku is not in his younger age when he had his tail. He's in his older age with his turtle hermit gi, well after he had his tail permanently removed. He's in his Super Saiyan form, using a Kamehameha wave, and in none of that has any reference whatsoever to being monkeys. Hell, if it had shown a screenshot of Frieza on the TV saying monkey, you'd have way more to work with. But for what the artwork shows, there ain't shit here. You psychopath. So he says, you people are brain dead. No, you're brain dead. You are terminally online brained. You are permanently in this Reddit psychotic mode. You come off as someone who's never interacted with a black person ever in your life, let alone people in your life. And who knows, maybe all that time juggling balls, you didn't pay attention enough to people around you. But put the balls down, stop fondling them, stop, rolling them around there, Mr. Kearney. Toss them aside, get off the fucking internet, stop watching other terminally online psychopaths like Vosh, and meet real human beings in the real fucking world. Some personal advice from me to you. You're welcome. So anyway, after all of this stuff, and after Lord Metalman made me aware of it, I put up this not too long ago, probably only like a half hour ago. I put up this post. So let me get this straight. Radhom thinks black people like Goku because he can transform into a big gorilla, and not because he's a heroic and optimistic character. He strives to better himself and overcome challenges. He's a loving father. Again, that last one I can understand why some people would argue not necessarily a reason. But no. Radhom's takeaway is because he's a monkey. That's all, folks. Like, what more do you say? Like, dude, you're a racist piece of shit, Mr. Radhom. You're probably sexist too. Let's be honest. I'm not willing to look through it right now, and you probably will have me blocked after this video goes up. But I have no doubt if I looked into your past tweets, at some point you called the natural-born woman who disagreed with you about female space marines a birther. God knows Bitshammer loved to throw that terminology around. So, god damn it, man. Oh yeah, someone Thor Odinson responded to my tweet with this. And it's true. This is dead on. This is accurate. If you look at this and see this, then you're not racist. Exactly. If you see this and see this. And here's the thing. The funny thing about this meme is if this image had been there His psychosis, at least you would be able to see the line, right, of how his brain got to where it did. You still wouldn't agree with it, but by God, it would have been like, at least there'd be something monkey-like in this image, right? There'd be something. The psychosis would have some level of like, okay, I see how you, well, I don't really see how, but I see why you thought that. I don't see how, and I don't understand the why fully, and honestly, still pretty racist. But again, it wasn't even this image. It was Goku in his Super Saiyan form charging a Kamehameha. When he was at his least Ozaru-like abilities. But if you look at this and see this, then holy shit, you're super racist. In fucking deed. And that's where we're going to end it. That's where we're going to end it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you think Radhom's a fucking racist psychopath, leave a like. If you think I'm wrong, fuck off. I don't know. No, feel free to voice your disagreement in the comments below. Just know you're not swaying me on this. Radhom's a fucking racist psychopath. Jesus fucking Christ. And leave a like also if you got blocked by him during these proceedings. Oh, good God. The internet's such a fun place, isn't it?